we are here for round 5 of the Irish Drift Series in Kerry, Kilflynn. Probably one of my favourite events on the calendar for IDS, but we're here, we're ready to go. So between now and the last round, there's been a lot of work went on, so huge thanks to Mike and Adam and all the lads at Deanemsport. The gearbox has been taken out, fully rebuilt, and a new clutch been fitted, so that should be that department inside of the car absolutely sweet. Other than that, everything's been quiet, we're ready to go, I'm looking forward to it. It's meant to be dry today, we've practiced, and then tomorrow's main day. We're a bit unsure about the weather, but we'll see what happens. I suppose looking on reflection of the year, it hasn't been for me, but I'd really love to just get a good result on the board now this weekend. I'd love to just, not even for myself, just for the team after all the work they've put in since we stripped the car down at the start of the year, even for the lads at Deanemsport, everything they've done. So I just love to have a good event for all them, because all the work they do for me means the world. So I think they deserve it after the year we've had. So fingers crossed the car can play ball and I can get my head in the game and put a good result together. But yeah, we're going to go out for practice now and see what happens, and hope you enjoy the day. So Saturday practice for me is wrapped up. I got 8 laps, 8 very good laps at that. Wait for the car to pass. It is tricky conditions. It's dry 1 minute, it's wet the next, but we're making it work. The car has been flying so far, thank God. No problems of any previous ones. So all the issues we've had now previously have been fixed, thank God. It's every second lap we're doing a lead and a chase, so I've had 4 leads, 4 chases, and our last lead and chase was pretty on the money. I was happy with it. There's a few small things to tidy up tomorrow, and a few more risks we'll probably be taking in the chase come battles, but overall fairly happy, as happy as I can be. I have to leave early as I'm awkward. I have a match later on, so let's play that. We'll be back down in the morning, and fingers crossed we'll hit the ground running in the morning and qualify high and go from there.
The next day.
is Sunday morning and it's main day here down in Kerry. It is wet to say the least. It rained a lot last night. Yesterday was a good day. We're ready now for open practice from 9 to 11, so we'll probably only get a few laps because everyone's going to be out into one group. But hope, you know, the weather can stay consistent. I wouldn't mind if it just stayed raining or if it just dried up now for the rest of the day, because this track is very tricky if it's patchy, if there's showers and then it's dry again, because it's like such a runoff and it's also up high. The track dries very quickly, so it's very inconsistent. You could have half the track being wet, the other half being dry, and it's hard to know what setup to go with. But either way, we're going to go out now, enjoy practice, try and push as hard as we can, and get outside my comfort zone and push on then into qualifying, and hopefully we can get a good score on the board. So that's practice wrapped up. We got 4 laps, two leads and 2 chases. Feeling confident enough with the lead. Tidied up a few things. Connor's on the radio for me, so I know exactly what I have to be better and stuff. There's one small thing I want to tidy up for qualifying, and we should be thereabouts for a decent score. The chasing, I got one okay chase, and but definitely when it comes to battles, we will have to push a bit harder. And the weather, I don't really know what's going to happen. It's kind of raining intermittently, and then we get a spell of not sunshine, but it dries up, and there's no rain, and this track dries up insanely quick. So it could happen that it could be dry for qualifying, but we'll play it by ear, and we just have to think and be smart about our setup, and hopefully we'll be able to adapt to it. But other than that, we should be good for qualifying, and we'll send it on and see what happens.
Owen Magner, the man from Killavullen in County Cork, right basically a stone's throw from James Dean's house and up the road from the Shanahans. As we always say, there is definitely something in the water there. One of the guys who has been an up-and-coming driver with Deanemsport's old engine here, old car, in fact the SR22 180SX, so maybe not the best year mechanically for Owen Magner here, Eddie, but huge potential with this guy.
Huge potential. I mean, he's one of the highest rated drivers on the grid in terms of, you know, potential. We haven't yet had an opportunity to see it. He's kind of got that Dwane McKeever bad luck with mechanicals this year, and it's denied us and him the opportunity to see just exactly what it is he's capable of. And you can just see battling again with those conditions, coming in on and off the line, just can't get onto that perfect line. Unfortunately for Magner, not going to be the run he was looking for on his first pass of the circuit, but he does have it in the locker to pull it out. run. He's about to run right now. 64.7, needs a 70 to be, or better, to be in the show.
Yeah, big things on the line here for Owen Magner. Really wants to cement his place in this pro class. Fully capable of doing it, as we know. Fantastic chase driver, super aggressive, looking better this time. He's got a good mentality. He's a big GAA man as well, actually, and he's right in the midst of the Shanahans and Deans there down in Killavullen, County Cork, in the golden veil of Irish drifting. Maybe not a perfect lap so far for Owen. I do think it's better so far. Dials on a lot of angle there. Does he hold it? He's got a lot of angle. He does manage to make it work. No big adjustment, I guess. So yeah, just got away with the big transition there.
Yeah, it's definitely better than a 70. That's the key here. It's much better than a 70. Look, no championships up for grabs here for Owen Magner, but what there really is up for grabs is the motivation to keep going for next year, because he's had such a torrid year that he's going to need that inspiration to, in the off season. It's an 81, puts him right up the order.
So I'm wrapped up qualifying. The first run we got caught in between the track drying and a few patches being wet, so it was very tricky, and had the entry mint, first transition mint, and then made a mistake coming up the hill and at the horseshoe, so that score was a 64. Not ideal at all. The second run, the heavens opened just before the run. We had a wet setup on, thank God, and entry again mint, first transition mint, and then coming back to go up the hill, I just had a hesitation, didn't transition with enough aggression, and had a small correction. The rest of the run again was perfect. Just one mistake cost me a lot of points, so I was at 81. We're going to be in the show, but we're going to be fairly down to order. I'm just watching the rest of the qualifying to see who I get. I'm not sure who I'm going to get yet, but we're going to have a hard battle regardless. We'll be chasing first, so hopefully we'll be able to put on the pressure and see what happens and break this top 32 course. So qualifying's wrapped up. We didn't have the ideal session, as we previously already said. We have Jack Money top 32. Jack's a great driver, so it's going to be a good battle, I'm sure. He's someone I can trust in the lead. We'll be chasing first, so I'm not sure if it's going to be patchy, dry or wet. God only knows at this stage. It's out of our hands, but we'll try and adapt as good as we can to the situation. But I'm just praying we can just get over the line now in this one. I'd love to win a battle this year. It just hasn't been for me this year, but I'm just going to put a bit more trust in my ability and just send it on and see what happens. I'm kind of not trusting myself, not trusting the car, and just being a bit not myself probably, but I'm just going to give it everything, no regrets, and see what happens. So, top 32 was wrapped up for us, not the way we wanted it to go. Did my chase run, was solid, was leading in. Jack was doing a good lead run, and then the unthinkable happened where I went transition back up the horseshoe and there's a small blip or something, and then just the car went dead. So I opened up the bonnet when I was down low end for the result, thought it might be a boost pipe, couldn't see anything, came back into the pits. A small vacuum line off the wastegate was after slitting, so had to happen in the battle and not in practice or anything, so very frustrating. But look, that's kind of sums up my year. I was only thinking about it there. 3 out of the 5 rounds this year I've had a mechanical failure, knocked me out, and in one round it was a questionable call. So when it's not your year, it's not your year, but I gave it everything nonetheless. I can't thank all the team family, friends, sponsors, partners, everything for making it possible for me this year. The help has been unbelievable, and it's my first year pro. Obviously hasn't been ideal, but the experience has been like no other to be able to be given the chance to be able to do it. But from here, we are gonna, I suppose, have to sit down at the kitchen table at home and think about what's the plan for next year. But we still have the LZ event coming up. We're going to be doing that, the 70 invitational drivers, and maybe Tully your own. But we'll see what's going to be happening in 2026. But we'll keep smiling. We'll enjoy watching the championship fight, Dwane and Harry today, and hopefully next year we can be up there with them. But I don't want to be doubting my ability, because I know on my day I'm good enough to be thereabouts. But just this year just hasn't been for me, and I'm accepting in it. And it's next year is going to be a different story.